Fergal Kelly says, off topic, saw Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Wasn't too bad. I
I
enjoyed it. Did you
loved it.
watch?
I
Did you love it?
fucking loved it.
Wow. All right.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It just clicked with, of course, the Guardians of Galaxy 1 and 2 are probably in my top 5, if not top 3 Marvel movies of all time. So I'm already like kind of biased towards it. But I don't know if I was what I was necessarily, I don't know what I was necessarily expecting even from the trailer, but I got so much more out of it than what I was even expecting. And as always, James Gunn seems to deliver in some way, shape, or form. And in this case, it was firing on all cylinders as far as I was concerned.
So I really liked it. Didn't like Mantis's portrayal. I thought that was really odd and shouty and angry. I was like, what's going on there?
I see what you're saying. I didn't mind it so much though. I liked it, and I liked how they treated the reveal of her being Peter's sister as kind of,
that was really
not like this
end.
huge kind of thing, not to get too deep into spoiler, because it comes out right away in the show. Like they don't even save it for like the end or anything like that. Like as far as the audience going.
So I think it's fine.
But in that sense, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. For the humor, they do have a bit of her and Drax going back and forth a bit too much, and the yelly, screamy stuff. I see what you're saying there, but I thought it was kind of fun. I mean, maybe her comedic range is only that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I like her character overall, though. Her, just the way she, especially her and Drax play off well together. I thought that was a good teaming. I mean, obviously they were teamed up because of the two cheapest actors, probably, but still.
Well,
besides Sean Gunn, but yeah,
but also two stupid characters, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that would totally misunderstand this whole thing. Yes,
and played off against each other so well. Because she's like, oh, so what's that? This is like a little man or something like that. It's not a little man. Like, what was it? The ornaments and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the candy cane. She's like, this is clearly not a man. You thought this was a little man.
And when they're absolutely wasted outside the bar, and she's like, "Where do you know where Kevin Bacon lives?" And she obviously pulls out the pamphlet. It's like, that would be like $20. She's like,
yeah,
I don't have any money. Give me your money.
And it worked out just fine, right? It was like, because there was a lot of times I'm like, how are they going to find them? I'm like, of course, they're in California. There's got to be somebody with like a stars to the map thing. And there was, so it all just kind of played along. Sure, some of it was a bit predictable, but you know what? It didn't matter, because to me, it just, it hit all the little notes it had to, kicking off with that great song, the hilarious song they had with the old 97s. And then, just playing into the whole Kevin Bacon thing. Like, he's got a band and he's also a star, and him talking to Kira Sedgwick on the phone and just playing it up that he's this movie star, kind of thing. And the whole movie stars are assholes. And I don't want to give too much away. It was very well done. For those who haven't seen it, I can recommend it highly. It's probably one of the best things that Marvel has done in a while. That's for sure.
Yeah, massively so. And interestingly enough, there was an article on the Hollywood Reporter or Deadline saying how this is how they should do things in future. I'm like, what? You've been praising them for doing this interconnected universe, and now you're like, 45-minute specials where they don't connect to anything is the best thing. Like, what? I mean, what you on about? It's just because Marvel Phase 4 was garbage that you're now saying this is how they should do stuff. Like, for goodness sake. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, the special was brilliant. It was really, really, really good. The detractor elements of it weren't even detractor stuff. So what did you think about the set pieces? Because I thought they looked really cheap. Like, I thought it looked like a TV set, right? But
well, I mean,
I didn't care because it's
supposed to be,
in tone, and I thought it worked.
Yeah, outside of the obvious location stuff. Yeah, I see what you're saying. A very much a one set piece kind of thing. Yeah, but that's very indicative of these kind of like holiday specials, right? Which also, I kind of bought into the whole joke of, even though we know that they're just doing it with Mantis and Drax because they're the two cheaper actors, probably, besides Sean Gunn, like I said, who's also plays a fairly prominent role in it.
I think he's really good actually in this.
Yeah. It's just basically like, that's the way these things always are, right? Like, you always get like two of the characters. They're not exactly the main characters, but it's a spin-off kind of like little Christmas special thing that we used to get
Yeah.
back in the day. Clearly James Gunn knew exactly what he was doing, right? And that's what
Yeah.
is great about what he does is he doesn't shy away from it. He doesn't play coy with it. It's like, this is what I'm giving you. The only thing it's missing is like a Rankin and Bass stop motion sequence, basically. Like
Mm.
we got the
Well,
animated sequence at the beginning and the end, but we didn't get like that's the only thing otherwise I could think of that this thing is possibly missing that could be even more crammed in here to feel like a Christmas special.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of the animation, what did you think of that? Because a lot of people have complained about it, saying it's not good, but I liked its cheapness. Like, I thought that added more charm. But what
They
do you
should have
think?
done it more in the Rankin Bass style and not Bakshi style. They did rotoscoping, and I'm sure they did it because for two reasons.
Mm,
One, it saves money on doing another set or something like that of the ship that they
mm,
don't have the money for, and also Yondu doing his makeup again.
mm.
Because for that, for Michael Rooker, especially at his age, to be, I'm sure that takes 4 or 5 hours to put that makeup
Yeah,
on
massively. Yeah.
because he's from the tippy top of his head to the chest blue, plus
Mm.
some prosthetics, and then his hands are completely blue. So for him to do
Yeah,
that takes, I'm sure, a couple hours to do. And you don't want to
yeah.
make him do that. And then they have to pay him more when he does that too, I'm sure. So
Oh, it's more
it's just
time, isn't
easier
it?
to
More
do it in
time on screen.
animation, right? Like it was just cheaper and time, less time consuming and all that business. So, because even if you went with, well, we could do it in CGI, well, then it would look wacky. We'd all be sitting here talking about
Mm.
how stupid Yandu looked, right? And
See,
this way, he's just a voice. So yeah.
I quite liked I quite liked the animation. I thought it worked out quite well. I thought the cheapness gave it a charm,
No,
basically.
I was fine with it. The only thing I would have tweaked would have, like I said, I would have given it more of that, like Frosty the Snowman style animation where you have the characters look. I
Mm.
can't remember the name of the artist. Clark, I think, is his last name. I can't remember his first name. The guy who designed all
Yeah.
those characters. Like if you give them
Yeah,
those
yeah.
kind of looks, or if you did it in stop motion, a la Rudolph, maybe. Other than
Oh,
that,
okay.
no, I'm not going to complain. That's just a
Yeah.
minor tweak. I would have, like, if I was on the set there the day I would, or in the room on the day, I've been like, instead of doing it in rotoscope, maybe James, we should do it like the old you know, Rankin and
Yeah, a
Bass
bit more in
specials. And he'd
keeping
have
with
been
all of
like,
them.
yeah, oh, okay, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, solid recommendation from you then, and me, it
Oh,
seems.
fuck yes. Yeah. And I think Andre enjoyed it too. I haven't heard his review yet, but I think he enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Nice. Good. Good. It's nice when people sort of go, "Oh, yeah, I like this."